In today's session, we'll be discussing what is external XPath, what is the use of external XPath, and how to create a dependent test cases which we can run together. First of all, when we were writing our program, we were writing driver dot find element by XPath, and we were writing this XPath inside our program, which is not recommended way, because if this XPath sometimes changes and I'm using this XPath maybe 2 or 3 places in different programs, then I have to change this particular XPath everywhere. So this code is become hard coded. This code has become hard coded. Okay. So if I'm writing this particular XPath in an external file and then using in my program, then it means if there is a changes in a XPath, then I will make the change in one file, and wherever I am using it, it will be reflected. That is, no need to go to every program to change it. That is the use of it. And this is also concept of data driven. That is, all the data which we are using in our test case should come from the external source. Okay. So that's why when we are creating our testing framework, which we'll be discussing in our upcoming classes, so we generally use the external XPath to get uh, uh, the element information. So now in today's session, what we'll be doing, we'll be writing a sample program in which I will be going to this amazon.in, and in amazon.in I want to click on this sign in. So first of all, I am taking the X path for this sign in. That is, I want to click on this hello sign in. So I will use this hello sign in text. And now in my project Subhash Selenium, I am creating one more package. I am creating one more package, say external XPath. So I have created this package, and in this package I am creating one more class, say all XPath. I'm not using public static void main method because I do not want to run this class. Finish. And here I am creating public static final string, say sign in is equals to, and I am creating XPath double slash star square bracket text function is equals to single quotes. So what I have done, I have created a variable. Sign in is a variable of a string type, and public means accessible to everywhere. Static means which can be called directly without using any constructor, and final means which cannot be changed. So I've created this static final variable, which is also called constant variable. So I've created this XPath in this class all XPath. Now after that I want to click on sign in, and then I want to enter the email ID. So again I will inspect the element. Again I will use this ID. So I will copy the XPath, and here only I will create same variable public static final string say UID. Then I want to click on this continue button. Again I will inspect it, copy the XPath, public static final string continue button, paste the XPath. It means all the XPath which is required, I'm just adding it my this file. If I enter the email ID, click on the continue button, and if it is not valid, the error message will come. Again I will take the XPath of this error message. Then if the ID is valid, if I am writing the valid ID, then password will come. The password is dependent upon valid user ID. Then again click on this sign in. Again, if the password is invalid, I will get the error message. And if it is valid, I will be logged in. So it means all the XPath which is required by me to write my test case. I have written them externally in my external file. And advantage is that if I want to change them, then I can change them in this file. I do not have to go to my actual program and change it. And one more advantage is that in case I want to use it in some another project, say today I'm using Amazon, maybe some another day I'm using some say another e-commerce site like Flipkart. The concept is same, login concept is same, but XPath will change. So I want to use the same logic but with a different, then again I can use the different XPath file and pass the this data to my test case, my testing script, and same logic will work with a different page also. Now, one more thing, that if I have logged in, say I'm writing the correct password. Now I want to search something. Now this is a different scenario. Login is a different scenario and shopping is a different scenario. But for that I'll be writing two different programs. One program is for the login, another program is for the shopping. But I can store the XPath in a single file only. So say again I want to type over here. And after say typing over here sunglasses, I want to check whether the result is coming for the sunglasses. So again I want to read the parameter data from here. That is, I am getting the results for the sunglasses or not. Okay. So this is for the login test, and this is for the product search. Product search. So all the XPath I have written over here. Now in my page.java, this page.java, where we have created this open browser method, I have to add one line. After driver.navigate to URL, I will add one line, that is page factory dot, let us control shift O. Okay, page factory dot While it is not giving me the suggestion, so I will copy from my some previous example. So I have to add this line, page factory, which is again coming from Selenium, is a class. Init elements is a method which initializes this driver for this complete project. This is must. If I do not write this line, page factory dot init elements driver comma this, it is compulsory, then we cannot read the external XPath. So this line is compulsory to read the external XPath. If I do not write this line, my page factory will not initialize the driver and then I will not be able to use it. Okay. So we have done two things. First of all, we have created this external XPath package and we have created this class where we have stored all the XPaths. And second step, we have added the page factory line in my page.java. Now again, I will go to my core package and create a new class by the name of hook. The use of hook class is to connect the test case and the external file together. Now hook class extends page, and here we will again write public void open browser string browser comma string URL, and I will write super dot. The hook class is inheriting page. Super means it is calling the page class method. So we have created again open browser method in this hook class, and this open browser method of hook class is actually calling the open browser method of my page only. Because I need to initialize the driver, I have to call this page class from hook, and after that we'll be writing instead of writing driver.find element by xpath, now we are using @find by, which is an annotation which is coming from this Selenium, @find by xpath. So it is the alternate of this line only, driver dot find element by xpath, and we were writing the xpath like this. Instead of writing like this, now what we have done, we have written @find by, and within the brackets, how do you want to find by using xpath, and then you are reading the XPath from this package, external XPath dot all XPath and then UID. So this XPath it will read from here and store it inside the web element. Like here we were writing web element is equals to driver.findBy. So it means find by method was returning the reference of web element. Similarly over here, it will store it in a web element. So in that way, we will write all our finder methods at a single place. So all the XPath which we have written, so we have to add the rate find by here in my hook class. You should write the comment so that later on in your project you can identify. Otherwise, it will be difficult for you to identify it. And you should give the proper name so that you can identify it. So we have done all the external XPath over here, and now in our hook class we are finding them, find by, and storing in the web element like this. Okay, now I will come to my test case and create a new class, say Amazon login, main method, finish. Now in this Amazon login, instead of inheriting the page class which I was inheriting, now I will extends hook class. Write my own method, public void, say login test, and same process, that is we have to open the browser first. So I will call open browser. So now this open browser, it is calling for hook class. So we have created open browser in this hook class also. And now this hook class method will call the page class open browser method from here. And from here, the driver object will be initializing all the references. Okay. So we have created the open browser. And then what I have to do after opening the browser, I have to click on the sign in. So I will not write driver.find element by XPath in this program. Instead of that, I will use this web element, sign in, this particular web element in my program directly dot click, just like that. We don't have to write driver.find element by XPath dot click, just write sign in dot click. And after that, what we have to do, I have to type a user ID. So again, I have created UID web element over here. Just use it in my program directly. UID dot send keys. Like this. Then I want to click on this continue button. So we have to just use these references and work on it. Continue button. After continue button, I have to check whether error message is coming or not. If it is a valid user ID, error message will not come. Otherwise, error message will come. So I will get text. Now if the user ID is valid, error message will not come and XPath will not be available, because error message XPath will be available only when error message will come. And if XPath is not available, it will give you the error. That is, XPath is not available, unable to locate the element. So I will keep this particular line inside the try block. Try catch, we have discussed that if we are expecting error can come, that code I can write inside the try block. And with try, I can use a corresponding catch block. If this error message is coming, then XPath will be available. This element will be available and it will not go to the catch block and print the error message. And terminate the program from here only. But if this XPath is not available, that is error message is not showing, then it will not be able to locate the XPath. XPath will not be available, so it will give you the error. And if the error is coming in the try block, it will go to the catch block. So catch block means error message is not coming. So it means user ID is valid. So I can write in system.out.println also. So we have discussed this in core Java, that in catch block you can write a alternate code also instead of showing the error message. So I do not want to show the error message. I do not want to write e.print stack trace. Instead of that, I am writing the message, that is error message is not showing. So it means it is going to the catch block and user ID is valid. Now if the user ID is valid, then only I will continue and write the password. Like this. Then click on the submit button. And again, error message may come if password is not right. Same concept over here. This message may come, may not come. So again, I will keep it inside the try block. There can be nested try, and try has to be one catch. If error message will come, it will not go to the catch block because error message is available. XPath is available. If it is not available, then again XPath is not available. It will show the error and go to the catch block. And again, I can write a message. And I will be logged in. Password is right. I can make a public static boolean flag is equals to true or say false. I have created this boolean value flag is equal to false, and if this error message is coming, I will make this flag as false only. Again, if this error message is coming, I will make this flag as false only. But if password is right, then I will make this flag as true. So it means if the flag is true, then it means I have been logged in successfully. So I have written this testing scenario, how to use a try and catch, and now here I am using the external XPath. Okay, now we have initialized this, and what is the method name? Login test. Called the method. Let us try to run it and check whether it is working or not. First of all, I will write the invalid user ID. So this is the valid user ID. So I try to write first of all something invalid to check whether invalid user ID message is coming or not. It has clicked, typed, error message is coming, and you can check from here, error message is printing. If I write a valid user ID, so it means it is now not going to the catch block. It is inside the try block only. If I write a valid user ID and write invalid password, say this password, invalid password, and again check, again first it will wait for some time, because if the error message is not coming, that means it is not able to find the XPath, and we have added the implicit wait in my program here. So whenever XPath is not available, it will not give you the immediate error message. It will wait for some time. So it is waiting. We have added the implicit wait time of 301 seconds. Okay, I will ready. Okay, it is not 30 long second, 30 seconds. Okay, so now it is uh, taking the time, and now it is working. User ID is valid, but password is incorrect. It has typed the password is incorrect. Error message is coming. So again, it is going to this try and not going to the catch, because message is coming. If I write a valid and then run it, then again this error message will not come, and it will go to the catch, and all the XPath it is using is from the external file. Just a second, it is asking for some token. It is 339599. Okay, so now it is successfully logged into my account, and you can check from here. User ID is valid, password is right, and I have been logged in successfully. Okay, now in our now in our same test scenario, this is one scenario, so I will create different classes for different scenarios. It's not like that I in login example I will write the search result thing also. For that I will be creating different file. So now again I will write one more class, say Amazon product search. Amazon product search. Main method, finish. Here I will not inherit the hook class, and because we have already inherited this hook class in my Amazon login here, and we have already opened the browser. Now I do not want to open the browser again. Whenever you are working on a project, so when you start your uh, testing scenario, so you start from the login page, and at that time only you are opening the browser. After that, you're not writing the URL and opening the browser again and again. In my previous examples, I was opening the browser again and again because I was writing different test cases. Some Google, Facebook, and Times of India. So I was writing open browser again. But in real time, we'll be opening the browser only one time and passing the URL only one time, which we've already done. Now I have to just continue. So I will not write open browser again and pass the URL again in this class. So I'll just write, say search. Now I want to verify whether I am logged in or not. So here I can use if Amazon login dot flag. So flag we have already created is true. So true means you are a member. Then you can search the product, else you can give a error. Not logged in. And if you are a member, that is flag is true, then again we will be using this hook. search box to search the data. But here I was inheriting the hook class here. So I was using the members directly. But here I am not inheriting the hook class. So what I can do, I have created these variables as static variables here. Static. So I can use hook, I can use hook dot is calling the static members. Search box. We have to import the hook, I think. Just a second. We have to like import it, I think. Just a second. Import core dot hook. Okay. And now we can write hook dot uh, which was hook dot search box dot send keys. Sun, say sunglasses. And now I will use this actions class to press on the enter key. Actions A is equals to new actions. Now we have to pass the driver object again over here. Driver. But driver is available in my page.java here. Driver is available here. And from here it is also inherited in hook. But again, I have not inherited the hook. So what I can do, I can make this reference of this web driver, driver is equal to null in page.java as static, so that I can call it in a static way. So again, I've created this web driver as a static member. So you should know why we are creating it. Sometimes we make a static without knowing why we are doing it. So now we have created this as a static member. So it means now it is inherited in my hook class. It is available in my hook class. And now again I can call hook dot driver like this. And a dot send keys dot enter, which we have discussed in our last class also, dot perform, to perform the action. So it will go and search for the sunglasses, and now I want to get the result. So again, there is one result message. Hook dot result message dot get text like this, and get text will get the message from the page, which you can print if you want to. And if message contains this word, then it means my result is passing. If msg dot contains sunglasses, then it means product result is coming. now to run this particular test, login is important. Without login, without running the login first, product search will not run. So what I will do, again I will make this login test method as a static method. Okay, so let us remove it because it is giving the error, because static cannot be called as not. So we'll call it in non-static way only. So I will create the login class constructor in search here. So in my search, I will again initialize login, Amazon login class, and call the method. Because if this particular because if this particular class is not called before this particular class, then I will not get the flag value. So I have to call this class first and the login test method. Then then only I can verify whether I am logged or not. So I called this particular class from this Amazon product search. Okay. Now this test is completed. So now again I will okay. So whenever I call this search method will first call login test method here, and then it will execute this test. So let us run it and check it. Now I will not run Amazon login. I will run this product search. And product search will open the browser, that is, it is calling the Amazon login example first and doing the login. Logged in successfully. So this is the first test executed. Now it will execute the second one. That is, if it is a flag is true, then it will search for the product and check whether result is coming or not. Okay. So now you see it has checked the flag is true. So it has searched the sunglasses and clicked enter the key. The result is coming. And now if it the whatever you are searching, it will give the message over here, result for sunglasses. And if this message is coming, so it means my search is completed. So you can check from here. It is passing. The message is coming. Result for sunglasses, and it is passing. So in that way, we have created the two dependent test cases, and also here using the try and catch, we have created the dependent test case, and how we have created this hook class, and we have stored the external value and use it in two different programs. Hopefully you have understood today's session.